Record. Okay.
Yeah, gotta stop the time. Hello everyone and welcome to Throwback Thursdays here at Grey Ogre Games, powered by the Power 9 podcast. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside just Ben. Man, I don't know. I want to be like
People think
I want to
like-
be the third person
Pe-
in
pe-
your life to go like Benjamin Huang.
Yeah. No.
get from
Every
the-
teacher every year has said that to me
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
So
I have to
Yeah.
get from your brother your full Chinese name. So
Oh, yeah?
like Benjamin Huang.
yeah.
Like
So
with the angry manner with my hands on my hips.
probably in Chinese as well. So
Alright, so if you didn't know, this is the vintage playtest night here at Grey Ogre Games. I think we're one of the few stores in Singapore that does vintage, and probably the only store in Singapore that does the coverage
yeah,
of
yeah.
any events.
Unfortunately
video
or
coverage.
fortunately,
That's-
depending on who you are.
That's actually unfortunate. I think people would like to have a bit more coverage of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
events
yeah.
that go on in Singapore, which is why we have like Red Dot MTG and
Mhm.
what's Ruben's website?
I think it's Rubes Plays or something.
Rubes Players. Rubes MTG or something.
Yeah. Oh well. So Mike on his eponymous, Mishra's Workshop deck, you can see the
shops
signature card in his opening hand right in
which
front.
is, and Gene is here. He's on a it's a strange deck. Live counter, good point. Hey. Okay, wait.
Okay,
Yeah.
close all your pawn, mate.
Yeah, God, no.
Yeah. People are watching.
Hand of God is
Hand
going
of
to
God.
come in.
Is that what
to,
you call?
give people? Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
Suddenly there's a hand that like shoves like dice and
Oh.
tokens from
I
the
was
screen.
saying to close your pawn, so I was thinking
Oh,
of a very
okay.
different hand of God.
Oh, this is the right hand. The left hand is
The left hand is
yeah.
so you're left-handed. lah.
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
Are you one
man.
of those guys who likes to use the other hand because it feels like it's someone else? Okay, so both players have kept.
Chopsticks.
I know Gene is on some kind of weird deck. He was telling me
He's
leads with tropical into pearl into time walk.
Oh, alright. So time
These are
walk.
the
one turn.
Gaming ETC proxies. They were made many years ago when there were a lot more playtest tournaments
Oh, okay.
for vintage.
Oh, I did not. These were like official proxy
they,
cards.
I mean, they're kind of pseudo-official, right? They were made by a company, a gaming company and everything, for the sole purpose of making this possible.
That's nice. Well, we've moved into an era where WotC has they have restricted the use of proxies. Yeah.
Okay, so Wait, what's
you know,
happening
tournaments.
here? What is that?
What is that card?
The balance. It's balance.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So Gene is playing a deck based around balance. So he has as many ways to put like artifacts into play. So balance, for those of you who aren't familiar with the card, says it basically equalizes the number of lands, creatures, and cards in hand that each player has. Obviously, that doesn't take into account artifacts,
yeah.
enchantments, or even planeswalkers that you might have.
Balance not necessarily a one-sided card. Balance
Yeah.
not necessarily a
the
symmetrical card.
name is very ironic for what it's supposed to be. It's quite imbalanced to be
Man,
honest.
he's only short of playing like something like limited resources or
Yeah. So in old decks, it used to be like balance and land equilibrium and stuff like that. Yeah.
man, land equilibrium. Yeah, why am I doing limited resources?
Yeah.
Limited resources is still fair. You still get
Yeah.
like 5 lands in play.
And they'll play with the rack. Because the
Oh,
rack is a
yeah,
great
yeah,
way
yeah.
to punish people for not having cards in their hand. Yeah, so they used to play stuff like Urza's Bauble and Mishra's Bauble. So it would stagger all their draws to the next turn, and then they would play a balance.
And then
So
oh man,
as-
Mike
if you
is-
can hear it, if you
Yeah.
can hear the players, they're just going nuts in the back.
You know what? Let me just pull up the microphone at the table. So yeah, they are having a whirl of a time trying to figure out what to keep. So Gene clearly enjoying himself way too much.
A little bit too much. You might want to turn off the mic now.
All right, so made him discard 5 cards off the bat.
Yeah, off the bat. And right has Thought Knots
Alright,
here,
Thought Knots
Eldrazi
here.
Temple. Because a guy who can afford Moxes and workshops
And-
doesn't have Eldrazi Temples.
Yeah, exactly, because just
So what kind of crazy deck is Gene playing? It looks like
it has
Yawgmoth's Will, it has Dark Petition, it has Demonic Tutor.
Yeah.
And then it has.
Uh.
Hey, JJ, what's up?
All right. Hi. Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah.
No. You gotta do it in the Robin Williams style.
Yeah.
Good morning, Vietnam. Well,
Can you also do it in the Robbie Williams style?
the Robin Williams style? Nah, I don't have a stiff upper lip. Yeah. I can't do the accent.
So yeah, Mike stuck a thought knots here through all that disruption.
Wow.
And,
Is there anything in jeans that can get rid of the thought knots here though?
Balance. Balance.
Another one.
It's a good
That would be
solution.
nice.
I think I heard that Gene wants to build this deck so that he could play as many balances as possible. So you're kind of seeing what he means here. He's trying to, just recur.
Yeah,
if that's even possible, recur balance.
All right, so he goes down to 12.
Gets chunked down again, yeah. And he's gonna play Ancestral. Oh,
Okay.
that's a good draw.
Because that's fair.
That's fair. If your opponent's land is adding 3 mana, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be drawing 3 cards. So yeah, he
Right,
plays. So he has the ability to go tutor.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you can actually tutor for the Yawgmoth's Will.
I think it's a Chain of Vapor at the back of his hand. That's awesome. You can Chain of Vapor, bounce a whole bunch of stuff.
What's a Chain of Vapor?
Okay, so Chain of Vapor says bounce target non-land permanent. The owner of the target can sacrifice a land to copy the spell. It was with a chain cycle.
Holy smokes!
So you could just chain it over and over. So he can return all his cards to his hand. But no, instead I think he he didn't go for the tutor, but he went for Trinisphere is bad.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Well, the game has slowed down to
a bit of
crawl on Gene's
yeah.
side.
So but he could chain everything and sack all his lands and then replay his artifacts and cast balance with no lands in play. I really like this. This is great. Like you're used to watching, like last week for the first round we had shops on shops, right? We had two.
I mean, like there are very few archetypes in.
I think there are a lot of
Vintage.
that. Well,
there's a lot of ways to approach vintage, but whether
think
players want to do that work, to try to introduce like new things into vintage that. It's rarely. It is very rare. Vintage is one of those formats that don't see a lot of evolution.
Actually, I think you see a lot more evolution in the format today than you used to say maybe 2 years, even a year ago, because of all the exposure it's getting from VSL and having
That's
Power
true.
9 available on MTGO means that there's a lot more playing that actually gets done as opposed to just you and
like
you're playing your
it,
or playing your quarterly or monthly tournament at your local game store and just 8 people 3 rounds. So definitely different, and as a result you see a lot more innovation to the point of, but that's also the bad thing, right? Like if there's too many iterations, people are going to find the best decks very quickly. They find the best versions of decks.
That's true, but there aren't a lot of pros that are on the vintage bandwagon. I mean, we have people like LSV and I don't know who else does play on the
VSL. I mean,
the
you
VSL.
have Kai Bude,
the
German juggernaut. Right. You have Reed Duke, who's qualified this season. Paul Rizzo, David Ochoa. And I mean some pretty Shuhei Nakamura. Yeah. Also,
so
who also won the Asian Vintage Championship. So
exactly. So there are enough pros, I think, to be able to push the boundaries of this format. Just accelerate it a bit. I mean, we see whenever pro tours come around,
and Ifro. I mean,
Oh right, Ifro also plays. So they do test it out more than the average player, like you were saying, like the quarterly, tournament every month. So here we have it like every week. And one of the players that definitely comes in with a new deck every week is Gene.
Last week he was on his his meddling mage and Aegis of the Gods beatdown. And this week I think he's still thinking about what he's tutoring for. He paid 3 off the. He paid 3 for the Trinisphere, to tutor off the Trinisphere. So it's pretty obvious that it's not a Chain of Vapor in his hand, because if it was a Chain of Vapor, he would just
cast it.
Cast the Chain of Vapor. What's an interesting line could be tutoring and then cracking the LED in response, meaning that you get access to the card after you have added the 3 mana.
Okay.
But I think Gene's just going for Huckle's Recall I'm not wrong. Because he just Hercules Mike and make sure he doesn't.
No, you
Get-
can't really Hercules recall, right?
Why not?
It doesn't affect the thought knots here.
You don't really need the
Good.
card of the thought knots here. You're more concerned about the being able to go off next turn by
Oh,
chaining
you
some
gotta
spells
get, yeah.
together.
Gotta get rid of that Trinisphere.
Yeah. But might not have gotten Hercules. You know, you could find a way to flashback balance. Jace Rin's Prodigy is a choice card for that.
Well, a little late here, but
Yeah,
he's got a
he's got a like a 6-card hand. I'm just curious what it could be.
alright, so
He chose to go with Gemstone Mine because obviously Gemstone Mine is really great with balance.
you just keep tapping out for mana and like finally
Yeah.
the Gemstone Mine taps for white.
You just tap a mana at the end of your turn for no reason.
For no reason, like
Yeah, opponent's
because
like, what? why
what are you trying to do,
why are
man?
you throwing this land away? So yeah, I mean, Gene with his hand face down. Okay, he's gonna pick it up, so he might be able to. He's too far back.
Gene, lean forward, Gene.
Yeah, someone's gotta go and kick him in the butt. Okay.
So we know that there's a Dark Petition in hand. Do we know what he tutored
Is
for?
he deliberately doing this? Is like hiding his hand from us?
Yeah.
He's giving us enough of a peek so that we can see some of it. But
See, this is what happens when we try to zoom in on the table. We're trying to make the cards bigger
so that people can see what's going on. But
Yeah, but then we
Yeah.
can't tell what's in their hands. It also prevents.
stream sniping.
Yep. And also commentators who are very excitable.
Oh yeah, excitable.
Yeah. There was one game, I think it's in the highlights of one of the pages, where you had you had Solomon just go off and like, why he's so pro? He just drew a basic land. And we could hear it across the entire shop. So yeah.
Okay, looks like Gene has Lotus in his hand, which with a Trinisphere in play,
Not so good.
not
yeah.
so great. Adds a net of, zero
Zero
mana.
mana.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Oh, the
Gene has
Revolver?
no. Gene has Doomsday.
Holy smokes.
Gene's deck has Doomsday. He's trying to cast Doomsday, and then
But how's he gonna go off? Doomsday?
I'm guessing it's just a regular Doomsday deck with like a balance centric or more storm oriented. Like, it looks to have little to no disruption. Like it doesn't have forces, it doesn't have duress or Thoughtseize or anything.
Sure, I'll just let your stuff resolve. If I can Doomsday and like win that turn.
Do
But
a bunch
usually
of crazies.
Doomsday, like you win the next turn, right? You don't win on that turn itself.
No, you can gush.
Unless
you
you've got
cast Ancestral Recall. It's very good at getting you the rest of your Doomsday pile. Okay, so he's gonna start off with Cabal Ritual. That seems like a waste.
Yeah, you have to pay 3 mana for.
Yeah, you could actually tap the Mana Vault, play the Lotus, sack the Lotus, put a 6 card into the graveyard. And then if you can find a way to put another card in your graveyard, then you have the extra mana off of the Cabal Ritual. But
okay.
yeah, just
Alright.
playing it for 3 for 3 is just
Oh, okay, so
he's playing the
so
Lotus.
doing-
Why wouldn't you convert the 3 from the Mana Vault? It's not like you're gonna have another turn anyway. Right? So
well,
I'm not sure about that, but I think he's just he's counting Storm.
yeah. So sacks the Black Lotus, probably for black mana.
Yep. Looks like it. He's gonna cast and tap. So you got 6. He's gonna use 2 of that and go down to interesting.
Dark Petition, which
Dark
will get you
Petition.
3 mana.
3 back, yeah.
Yep. Probably go for.
That's interesting.
Right, so he's got 4 black mana. He'll probably go for a Yawgmoth's Will, maybe. No,
It
but
would-
Yawgmoth's Will won't
Was
solve a lot of
exalt to the Thought Knots here anyway.
There was. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
Restricted cards. You gotta remember.
yeah. I think it's gonna be tough to go off through the. I can see what he's trying to do. Like, Playing the petition first means that he can get Cabal Ritual, like it's online.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Not yet. 1, 2, 3. There's only 6 cards in the graveyard.
But the petition itself goes into the graveyard.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, it was still on the battlefield. Yeah, then you can do the Cabal Ritual.
Yeah, you can ritual, so you gain a net of 2 mana. So you go up to 6. Because you pay 3 off the...
for the Trinisphere.
For the Trinisphere, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You go up to 6, and then presumably you can play the rest out. Play the rest of your hand and tendrils your opponent, maybe?
So that's 2 spells. Alright, so Ritual.
Yeah, so he only needs to go up to 9. He only needs to storm for 9. So this turn he's played so far Lotus, Dark Petition, Cabal Ritual, right?
Yeah.
So he's at three spells played so far.
So
So
this is confusing.
no,
Alright,
that's
so
good. He can play another Cabal Ritual.
Yep. So
That
that
takes him up to 8. I think it's up to 8 with 4 Storm. 8 with 4 Storm. Then he can play. He has another Dark Petition in his hand. I don't know if
which
that's...
can probably look for another
Yeah.
Cabal Ritual.
Is that the other bomb that he needs to end the turn with? Yeah, I don't. At some point, it becomes not about mana, but about
It's just
cards.
how many spells that you can,
how many cards you can, how many spells you can profitably chain together.
Yeah.
That are net. Oh! He's got My Desire.
Oh, that's fun.
Can they hear us?
No, but can he cast it?
It's not like Mike can. He has Death Wish. Oh, okay. So that's not a Doomsday. It's a Death Wish.
What is Death Wish? Okay,
You lose
so now-
half your life rounded down. You search your sideboard for a card and put it into your hand.
Oh. Okay. Oh man.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, choose a card from you own from outside the game.
Round
put
it
into your
up.
hand.
Which is worse than rounding down. Because if you had...
If you've got like 1 life, you die.
Yeah. Actually... So, yeah.
Alright, so
He's gonna Dark Petition again.
Dark Petition will probably look for what? Death Wish?
I think if you can get Tolarian Academy. Academy means you can tap for 3 because you have 3 artifacts in play, and then play the My Desire off. But I think Gene needs to realize that My Desire... I think
My
Trinisphere...
Desire isn't it
I think
a bit too-
Trinisphere overlaps. I think Trinisphere actually says you have to pay 3 for each of the cards that you would play.
Let's go check.
Yeah,
Trinisphere.
I'm like 80% sure. Trinisphere versus My Desire or something.
No, I can figure it out.
You
I
should
hope
just
so.
you should just type Trinisphere My Desire.
My Desire.
Someone's probably already searched for it. This
Really
is the world that we live in now. You know, every question that you have has probably been already answered. Yeah, you just Google it.
Trinisphere Mines. Sorry, Mines.
Mine's that's correct. Mine's Desire. Mine with the apostrophe.
Yep. Well, isn't turning up? Trinisphere question. Desire hit for every enemy.
It's
okay,
the
here we
first
go.
question is the your answer.
Was it?
I'm trying to settle
Alright,
it.
right, right.
So what is that card? Another Dark Petition. Is he gonna play the Dark Petition again? Presumably to get.
Man,
See-
this forum page is way too long. Trinisphere might work. No. Trinisphere doesn't stop desire copies because they aren't being played. Okay, no, it doesn't stop the desire copies, but does it stop the spells? You meant for spells and yeah, I think Trinisphere
Yeah, I think
definitely
Yeah.
tops the
it's not Tendrils, for example, because Tendrils puts the copies on the stack, but Mind's Desire says that you get a spell. You get a spell that lets you reveal the top card of your library and play it for free this turn.
Yep.
But Trinisphere then modifies the cost of the free spell to 3.
Only if the spell is less than 3.
No, but you're playing it for free off the My Desire. So it's like if you hit the Trinisphere and you try to play a Force of Will, how much mana do you have to pay?
You have to pay 3.
So that's what I think happens with the My Desire.
You know what? I'm gonna check a more reliable, easier source, which is this one. Trinisphere's ability affects the total cost of the spell. It is applied after any other cost increases or cost reducers are applied. First apply any cost increases. Next apply any cost reducers. Finally look at the amount that you have to pay. If it's less than 3 mana, you pay 3 mana. Yeah. So the cost reduction, it goes to 0.
Yep.
So yeah.
So yeah, it looks like Jean went with medium-sized tendrils. 4-point shot.
Would you like a large?
Yeah, 4-point shot of killing Mike.
Yeah. Just 2 spell shot.
Yeah, and I think Mike plays the Dawn Last the next turn, and I'm not sure what the actual result of the game was.
Yeah, but I think the deck probably only runs like one
tendrils, but I don't know if you can Death Wish for one.
For another one in the sideboard?
Well, from the sideboard, so I don't know what happened there. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, so not very coverage friendly for them to just scoop without an actual outcome.
Guys, tell us what happened. What happened? Oh well, it's okay.
Yeah.
While the players are shuffling up, I think I'd like to tell you that this isn't the only broadcast that we do. This is the end of the week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we all have we. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so we got confirmation that Mike won that round. Anyway, yeah. So we have, as a Storm player, I do enjoy nice tutor chain. Yep, tutor after tutor after tutor, especially if the tutor is as efficient as a demonic tutor. Yeah. Not demonic tutor. Yeah, demonic tutor.
Yeah. So they can hear us apparently, so we have to be a little bit less excited about.
We gotta use our inside voices.
Yeah. Carrie's kids did not use the inside voices last week, and we suffered as a result. But make knows I love kids.
Yeah. Ben loves kids. And,
Yeah. So I mean, if I'm Jean in this matchup, I'm bringing in the usual, anti artifact kind of hate.
Yep.
Hurkyl's Recalls.
Stuff like Hurkyl's Recall.
Maybe some Ancient Tombs to make sure I can get ahead of all the resistors that are in play.
Yes, that's true. For Mike, I think it's just more spheres.
Yeah, I think you get more spheres. There's some versions of this Ravager TKS shops that have like Leyline of Sanctity in the sideboard, which is pretty good, and also means that you have less cards in your starting hand, so you get hurt less by balance.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't count enchantments. So that's entirely possible.
So balance only counts artifacts, creatures,
lands and creatures.
Lands, right? Yeah, and cards in hands. Right?
Yeah.
So no enchantments.
Well, yeah, actually, cards in hand, lands and creatures, no artifacts.
No artifacts.
So, no artifacts.
Okay.
So the traditional build has always been like the rack, bobbles and balance.
Okay. Yeah, bobbles. Bobbles seems like a pretty damn good card.
Yeah, Mox Diamond. Mox Diamond is very very good with with balance. Yeah.
Yeah. Best ways to strip your hand. I only play Ant in Legacy, but watching this is way more fun. What's Ant?
Ad nauseam tendrils. So it's a deck, that tries to play. I think with the average mana cost in the deck is like 1.2. So the aim is to cantrips, rituals, play ad nauseam, and then fill up your hand. But more often than not, it's become basically an Lion's Eye Diamond deck. So it plays the synergy between Infernal Tutor and Lion's Eye Diamond to find whatever it is that you need, whether it's Pass in Flames or Tendrils of Agony. So
that's the only thing that separates it from the modern version, where the modern version is a hell lot of cantrips, but you don't have the tutors. Yeah. You don't have the tutors, you don't have the Lion's Eye Diamond.
Yeah, I think the cantrips in Legacy are a lot better. You have access to four Brainstorms, 4 Ponders.
Oh no shit, man.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say that's the only thing that separates it. I think the card quality in general,
is,
you have 1 for 3 mana as opposed to, I think modern is 2 for 3 mana. Piratic Ritual or Desperate Ritual.
Yeah, well, the rituals, I think most of the rituals are banned, and they don't use the rituals anymore.
Those two are legal though, right?
Piratic Ritual, yeah.
And Desperate Ritual, yeah. So I think overall the deck is a very souped up version of that, but the core colors are blue and black as opposed to like blue and red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gene flashing his demonic tutor because
Yeah,
what kind of
'cause
black deck in Vintage doesn't play?
doesn't run a demonic
Yeah.
tutor exactly. So
Oh,
what
yeah, I
kind of
think
vintage deck doesn't run like Power 9, right?
There's a white Eldrazi, or I think it was just a mono brown Eldrazi that won with no
Power 9. Yeah, we were talking about
Now
this last
Rods,
week.
yeah.
Oh man.
He finished 10th or 11th.
Are
in the
now
recent
rods legal in Legacy?
Yeah. They are basically Stony Silencers that you could play in any deck.
Oh yeah.
So very good against Moxes. In Legacy, not so good. It's good against Stoneforge. It's good against Divining Top.
Yeah. Raccoon saying here, time to bring in the Poxies.
Yeah, I agree. Inferno's way
the
better than
Poxes, sorry,
Pyromancer's
Poxes.
Ascension. Pyromancer's is just not deterministic, and Inferno is.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring in Poxes would be cool. The pox on your family. I hope these guys have had their vaccinations because
Oh man.
someone's gonna get the
that
pox.
smallpox, yeah.
And in Mike's hand, you see one of the most powerful cards for this archetype in Vintage, which
Chalice
is
of
the
the
Chalice of the Void. I realize you
stops.
shouldn't be too loud about the cards in his hand.
Yeah. No, he's gonna run it anyway.
Oh, he's gonna
shuffle it up.
mulligan.
Okay, yeah. It's because we revealed to Gene.
Yeah.
That,
So he lost
had the
equity when it
lifetime
came to the value of Chalice of the Void.
moment.
No, but I think the card in general isn't as good on the play. On the draw,
On the
sorry.
draw, yeah.
Because your opponent gets to play all his Moxes first.
yeah, that's but strange decision to keep that in the deck. But you can also play for
No.
one on turn one, right?
Yeah. I think keeping in the deck is fine, especially if you establish your own lock piece on your turn
Mhm.
and then play it for 0. Because say you have Workshop, you go Workshop, Thorn of Amethyst, and then pay 1 for a Chalice for 0. Because that means your opponent can't break out of your lock with like a Lotus or playing multiple Moxen to effectively lay more than one land a turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't good enough, especially
Well,
especially
you
against.
could have just played the Chalice first and then the Trident Sphere, right?
Yeah, you can play but you usually play the resistor first so that your opponent doesn't have
Like
can't
Force
interact
of
with Force of Will. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
that's a good
you're
point,
gonna
that's a good
lose. You don't need it. You don't need the extra 1 mana anyway of the Workshop.
Okay.
So that's ideal.
Um.
Yeah. So I think Gene kept his 7. Mike is looking at his 6, considering another mulligan. I think. I don't know. Is this who's thinking? Because if Mike kept, he's not scrying. He hasn't scryed yet. He's gonna
Alright,
start
so-
with Leyline of the Void.
Okay.
So did he bring in the combo of Leyline of the Void and Helm of
And
Obedience?
Helm of Obedience. Wow, man! I thought only Commander runs there. Come on, man.
There's a deck in Vintage called 2-Card Monte. It has a whole bunch of like 2-card combos. So it has his Leyline of the Void, Helm of Obedience, Painter Servant, Grindstone. Yeah, you draw the wrong 2 cards. It's just the deck just looks stupid.
Layla of the Void and Painter Servant.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what am I supposed to do with this?
So this is Dark Ritual.
Is that a Dark Ritual?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a Dark Ritual. I'm old
Yeah,
enough
okay.
to know all the Dark Ritual
Oh
arts.
man, that is a wow.
And Demonic Tutor. Oh no. Is he gonna
go
do
off
it?
already?
He's gonna get Mox Pearl. He's gonna cast Balance.
Wow. Makes you seem like Mishra's ball, like balance. Yeah, okay, sure, you got me, Joe. Right.
Okay, so what were they thinking when they made the card Balance?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an old card, man.
Wouldn't you just call it inequality or something like that?
Oh man, yeah. My kind of guesses the jig is up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you kind of look for your white sauce, maybe. Oh man, this is.
Oh, this is amazing.
Oh, man, and Leyline
so
of
with the
Gods
next black, he's gonna cast Imperial Seal,
of course,
which is a
why
great
not?
card. Which is not a great card. It's a very good card, but it's not a great card unless you have Balance in your deck, because then you're completely fine with tutoring for something, and then putting it on top of your library and losing a card from your hand. Imperial Seal, yeah. A lot of people were talking about how it would come back in Internal Masters, and
Yeah, but didn't get reprinted. In
No.
fact, none of the P3K
Yeah,
cards
yeah.
got reprinted for
It
Internal
was
Masters.
very, very interesting approach that they took. But yeah,
Well, you gotta have Eternal Masters 2017, right?
at some point. Yeah.
Because you already had Modern Masters 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
all
you're trying to
Modern
get caught up.
Masters, yeah, exactly.
Mm.
You want to see your product do well.
Yeah. I mean, at
Of
the
course,
end of
the
the day,
sequel is never as good as the
Yeah.
original. Yeah.
yeah, you're right. As most things in life.
Although I do like.
So he tuned for Lotus.
Yeah, of course.
Quite obvious, like just showing his opponent. Hey.
I want.
So
I wonder what's
no.
coming up soon.
So wait, what? He's what?
What did he put on top of his deck?
He put the no. Okay, so he tuned for Lotus. And he put the balance on top of his deck.
Okay. So next time he's gonna
Which,
play his entire hand. No,
you
but
know,
by then it will be too late.
If Mike knows what's going on, he has a sense of what's going on. Oh no, Mike, you shouldn't be playing creatures. Creatures are just gonna die.
He's going to die.
Yeah, he's got a Tomot script. Okay, so that's not so bad. It's mitigating the effects of the balance. Oh.
Oh
he-
no.
He's got the helm. He's gonna play the helm. He's
Holy
gonna play the
crap,
helm and activate
seriously?
it. Yeah, I think so. Okay. I see.
Wow, this is the
He's-
most random game I've ever watched before. Helm? Yeah, Helm of Obedience.
Helm of Obedience, yeah. And he's gonna activate the helm of
for
obedience.
one.
And he's gonna
Oh my goodness.
mill the
Yeah, great. Wow. So it's what, the two card combo decks?
Yeah, two card
Yeah.
Monty.
Yeah, where you just tutor up for, there's just like one copy of each of the combo and then you just tutor. The rest of it is just like tutor.
Like JJ points out, he could have search for LED and then cast balance and then discard his hand.
Oh,
So
man,
other
that
cards
was-
that are great with balance, Sensitive Binding Top, because it's saving a card by putting it into play. Other assorted things like Voltaic Key, the rack is
The
very
rack,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. You could play a deck like Ritual Triple Shrieking Affliction, land Lion's Eye Diamonds, sack Lion's Eye Diamonds.
Yeah, and for good measure, like a pox or something like that, right?
Yeah.
How about smallpox? Smallpox will be fine.
I think
Really
Smallpox would actually
decent.
be really good against Mike. Yeah, he casts a creature, he
Yeah,
lays,
like-
you kill a workshop, you kill a creature, and you kill a
And
card
you
in his hand. Like,
My goodness. Gene,
so much
Gene,
for
Gene,
broken
yeah.
turns. So, if you're Gene, do you sideboard out the Leyline of the Void and the Helm of Awakening?
No, but what does Mike have to, what does
No,
Mike have in
Helm of
defense
Obedience.
of
No,
it?
so Mike's gonna play his Phyrexian Revoker and name like Helm of
Helm
Obedience.
of Obedience?
And then
Yeah,
you're
and then
like,
just die to a like
You
Lion's Eye
fool,
Diamond.
it's in the
into
sideboard.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, and just die to all the other like 2-card combos.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
I don't think Gene has the creature-based 2-card combo, because that and balance, not really a good thing.
Well, you could play the balance first and then cast the creature afterwards.
It's
Yeah.
true. But if you had the creature in play, you drew the balance.
And then you'd be like, maybe not.
So
Yeah.
Gene always fun to watch on camera,
Yeah.
and I'm really rooting for Gene here because I just want to see the workshops deck lose too. Like something goofy, something absolutely
I wanna-
ridiculous.
Man, I wanted to see the Death Wish go off though.
Yeah,
And just
Yeah,
see what Gene gets from
Gene
the
really has a
sideboard.
Death Wish playing that card.
I want to see a Doomsday deck though. Like
I think ever since the first week we haven't had Melvin back on coverage, so he hasn't.
Melvin runs a Doomsday deck.
Yeah, he's the one playing the Doomsday deck.
So what's in the last 5 cards?
Usually it's Ancestral, Lotus Petal, Black Lotus, Yawgmoth's Will, Laboratory Maniac.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
generally it's a Lab Maniac.
Yeah, and then you gush into the first two, Lotus Petal and Ancestral.
Alright,
Which draws you York Will, Lotus, and Laboratory Maniac. Then you cast Yorkmoth's Will, sacking the Lotus. You replay Lotus. You play the Laboratory Maniac. You replay the Lotus Petal.
Right.
And you Ancestral yourself.
Yeah. That's true.
And
That is
then the Lotus Petal usually is the flex card, because it varies based on what you think you're playing around and how much mana you have.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's actually not that hard to make Doomsday piles, especially if you want to study, you can probably do like a Excel chart where you have.
what's the best?
Are you playing around removal? If you're playing around removal, this. If you're playing around counter magic, do this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people often discuss the intricacies of Doomsday, because people
Doomsday,
like to deconstruct combo plays. So Mike leading off with the same kind of hand that got him into trouble game 2 with Argbound Ravager.
Alright.
I think if
not
I
gonna
might, I
the-
play the Mox Pearl.
Yeah, exactly. I was
You play
thinking
the
just
Mox Pearl because
Pearl,
of balance. You know, you bet a Mox in play is better than two in the hand.
Two in the hand. No cockfights today, though.
No, yeah. I mean,
They're
the
Mox- they're Mox
Ravager
fights.
does look a little bit cock-like
No.
if you
They're
stare
Mox
at it.
fights.
Mox
Yeah.
fights, yeah. Mox fights, yeah. Don't be a mock lah. Don't talk mock lah.
Don't talk Mox, man.
Okay, so Underground C for Jean, and could be anything.
No
No Ley Line of the Void though, so that's good. That's at least Mike is safe. Not gonna be that easy of a win.
That
No, he
ritual
goes
into
like
two tutors. Yeah.
Quadruple ritual, Lotus, Ley Line of the Void, activate, Helm, activate. Just to disrespect Mike.
Alright, so just an Imperial Seal.
Imperial Seal. Yeah.
Probably
I
look for one.
think I understand Mike's position. He's trying to. I don't see why you wouldn't play the Mox.
Well,
So I think Mike is a wasteland. This is Mike's wasteland pose when he's deciding what to blow up with his. Yeah.
well, there's only one thing to blow up, but you gotta play it. No, he didn't.
Oh, that was
He
the
didn't pull out
Eldrazi
the
temple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's between the Eldrazi Temple or the Wasteland. Eldrazi Temple will definitely help him get the Thought Knot Seer out early, but he can't get the Imperial Seal.
We have a guest commentator, Ray. He's here to join us. You want to say hello? So, game one was Jean getting locked under a Trinisphere. So, trying to storm and then getting locked under Game two, he starts the game with Ley Line of the Void in play. And then he casts Helm of Obedience and it just mills Mike.
Just mills.
And I think Jean is
turn
just
two.
done resolving his Imperial Seal.
Yeah. Alright, so
Jean is playing...
I don't
I've-
know.
Yeah, I've been told it's like a balance-based deck. He's just trying to cast balance over and over again. And
I have a feeling he's
so
just
Mike has
went to
the
look for
Thought Knot
balance.
Seer, which is pretty good against a combo deck. It's both a clock and disruption.
Right, so Thought Knot Seer.
And...
Woo, okay. So
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing the card on top of his deck is a balance.
It's balance.
Yeah.
I'm like 100% sure it's balance.
I'm pretty damn sure.
Mike has to know, right? Mike has to know that his creatures are gonna go away. His cards in hand are gonna go away. Yeah.
If Jean had cast Pox, he would have enough Storm to take game one. I run one Pox in the ANT deck for shits and giggles. It's worth 3 to 4 card spells.
Okay, Mike being smart about things and
finally puts down the.
oh, that's interesting. He plays the Mox and then
And then
trades it for
sacrifices it.
damage right away.
All right.
Okay,
So that's.
so Jean's gonna draw balance because that's definitely balance, right?
Yeah, what we assume that is balance. Dark Ritual.
Can
gets
you
taken out.
afford to wait? Huh? Maybe you can play the top and try and look for something else to build your hand with.
Well, it's dangerous if Mike has another Thought Knot Seer in hand. Yeah.
That's true.
So
You're right.
you might want to just go.
But
off
the
on
way
it.
he's posturing doesn't look like it doesn't look like it is a balance. Like he looks like he's gonna cast something, like a Lotus.
Lotus into.
It looks like Lotus or Ritual. The way, yeah, it's Lotus.
Yeah, alright. So it's Lotus into what? Necropotence?
He's playing Lotus. Why is he tapping his Underground Sea though?
Not sure.
Does he think there's a resistor in play? Because there's no resistor, right? I don't see a
there is a-
resistor.
there is a-
Oh, okay. He's gonna regrowth.
Alright, so for green, he's got one green.
Floating. Green. We go to Lotus. I mean, I could see if he had more mana, he could have regrowth the Imperial Seal, tutored for the Imperial Seal, and put the balance on top, and then drawn it with top.
Right, so another.
So okay, he's playing that. Yeah, okay. I see what's going on. So he's sacking it for black, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
so
playing the Necro.
Necropotence.
Oh, he's
No, but
playing.
he doesn't. You see, the last card in hand isn't the.
Isn't balance.
Of balance. Damn
He's
it.
playing the Necro. I mean, even if had he wanted, yeah. No, I guess he had to choose between Lotus or balance.
Yeah, because the balance wouldn't have too much value there. You're
I
not
don't
stripping
know.
your opponent's. You're not stripping your opponent's
I
hand.
mean, you kill 2 creatures
You kill two.
and you get one of
creatures
your
and you get
cards
one card.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 3-for-1 in my books. You know what else is a 3-for-1? Ancestral Recall. Often thought of
Maybe,
as the best card of all time. But with Necro, you basically have an X for 1, right? You can draw
Yeah, exactly. You can spend up to.
But the more turns you have, the X loses its its value, right?
Yeah.
Because it's -1, -2, because you stop drawing cards.
Yeah. Alright, so Jin's gonna take 2
Jin, yeah.
damage.
Unlike
How much
Yomo's bargain,
damage?
you can't look at the cards
gonna take
until
3 damage.
you're done resolving it. So if for example Mike has a way to explode, maybe Triskelion next turn off a workshop.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, but he needs
because he can attack for 6.
he can attack.
Put
for
him to 4.
If he can cast like 4 artifacts on the
No,
last
put him
turn.
to 4, then sacrifice the Ravager to itself. Put the tokens onto the Triskelion and then have the
just fire
Triskelion
off,
shoot.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so if Jean reads him for no Triskelion, then he can go as far as to
7
go down
mana.
to 3.
No.
But he needs to fade some amount of artifacts on Mike's end.
Yeah, exactly. So Mike can just cast like a few artifacts and just sacrifice it to the Outbound Ravager. So he's got
Mike has Revoker, which is decent because it locks out the top, and he has a Wasteland, which is decent because it puts a bit of pressure on Jean's mana. But I don't think Mike has an actual lock piece like a Resistor or a Chalice. So Jean can very well explode and kill him in a almost very traditional Storm fashion by casting Dark Petitions and stuff. Like
okay, because there is
Necro
no resistance
does
on
have
the
a
field,
clause where whenever you discard a card, you instead remove it from the game.
Necropotence has it?
Yeah, as it was to prevent
Holy
some kind of crazy reanimation deck.
Oh right.
Where you
right,
drew
right,
like
okay.
8 cards with Necropotence, discarded a fatty, and then just cast it. Is fatty something I can say on stream?
Yeah.
It's okay, right? Because I'm a fatty, so
yeah,
that's
we
fine.
always like the fatties. Man.
Yeah. Dating a fat girl is like riding a moped. It's fun until your friends find out,
Until, yeah.
and then all your friends want to ride. Zing.
I wonder what kind of ride that is.
Yeah, can you just keep it classy here, mate? So he's gonna top in response to the Wasteland, and the Wasteland is going after the Gemstone Mine.
Gemstone Mine, yeah.
Yeah,
Gemstone
yeah,
Mine-
it's pretty
well, both of them can produce. He's still got the Tundra in
Yeah.
hand, so it's fine.
Henry to finding this whole series of events very amusing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, check his sideboard. Maybe he sideboarded it out, but I don't think so, right?
I don't.
But balance against an aggro deck isn't that awesome?
Oh, no, but what Ritz's point is that if he had it in the sideboard, he would have brought it in. What Mick's point is that because he has Death Wish, he might have left it in the sideboard.
Left it just in. Yeah, he might just left it in the sideboard, man.
So
And it's entertainment at its best, man.
yeah.
Jean, we love you for your crazy wonky decks.
Crazy decks every week, Some people like to show up with the same deck every week.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Some people only have one deck, so they only show up with one deck every week. And then there's some people who play a certain way. They like to play only certain kinds of decks. Gene just likes to build funny things to play with. Yeah, he's actively on the group chat. He says, "Oh, I found this card in my box. I'm gonna try and build a deck around it."
What is this box? It's like, oh, hey guys, randomly I have this set of like very old cards. I wonder what I can do with it. Like Price of Progresses.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a spider with a broken leg.
Someone should play some kind of Price of Progress deck. You donate lands to your opponent and you just cast Price of
Oh
Progress.
man, Bazaar Trader. It's like turn 2 Bazaar Trader. I give it to you.
No, you should play Zedru so you can picture the Force of Will.
Oh yeah, Zedru is legal to.
Yeah, it's legal for Vintage and Legacy play.
Oh yeah. No, but Zedru's way too mana intensive, man. I run a Zedru EDH deck. Way too mana intensive. Fill the Griff.
Wait, what?
Fill the Griff. Yeah, but it doesn't have
Is it? Oh, okay. That sounds like fun.
Can we put Gabriel on the next?
Oh yeah.
You lost in 10 minutes.
So Gabriel's gonna probably be our next feature match because
Yay.
there's some crazy stuff going on there.
Oh man, these guys have like
having a good chat about the weather, and then Mike.
Mike is a little worried about what's gonna
What's
happen
about to happen to him?
Alright, so Gene has the sequence of plays. He has a full grip of 8 cards actually.
No, he doesn't have 8. He
No,
can't have 8.
He got rid of the
Oh,
Sensei's Divining Top.
so it's
for
on
the
his
extra
draw
card,
step.
Yep.
Oh, so he has an extra card in his hand.
Yep. So he's got a full grip of 8.
And he's going to cast Balance. Because that's pretty good.
Yeah, 1 land balance.
Yeah, more 2-card combos. Nefarious Puzzle Box and Underworld Dreams.
We do know that he's got the Dark Ritual in hand, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So-
Mike gesturing to Gene. Just open your
Yeah.
hand after we can figure out this puzzle together.
Yeah. And they only have 4.5 minutes. But I think this game's gonna end on this turn. Yeah, if Gene can't find a way to win, he's gonna
He's
gonna have to
scoop,
concede. Unless he casts Balance, and then that could go on for a while with Gene not drawing any cards off
Of the Necropotence.
of his Necropotence. Yeah.
Well, Gene can draw another 2 cards, yeah.
Yeah. Gene can definitely draw another 2 cards, but
And that's
unless
about
he
it.
has some way to interact with all the creatures, and this is where Thought Not Seer not being an artifact is actually really helpful, because then it doesn't get sent back by Hercule's Recall, so there isn't a one stop solution to all of Mike's pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder what's going on with Gene. I'm curious as to what his hand is, and yeah, for coverage value, maybe he should lay out his entire hand. Yeah, just for us to.
Come on.
Yeah, but
That's how I see it.
it's not really our place to tell them what to do. I think his hand is quite land heavy though. So
It looks like Mox. If you misdirect a Swords to Plowshare,
It's not upon resolution, it's upon targeting.
correct. That is correct.
So let's say I know what I misdirect your source of plowshare, I must choose a target immediately.
Yes. Interesting question. Misdirecting a Swords to Plowshare, when do you redirect the target?
Sure,
When do you choose
so-
the next target?
So Gene, I
Gene
think the
just draws
game
3
is.
cards.
I think the game is over, and Gene is just saying, "This is what I should have done." Yeah, because his hand looks to just be mana
Oh man, 4
and a
lands.
Yawgmoth's Will.
That was tough. Could he have done
So
the
I think
Yawgmoth's
the
Will?
actual conclusion of the game is that Gene concedes.
Yeah.
Gene
Gene pays 3 life for Necropotence, draws 3 cards and
or
dies.
dies on his own terms.
Yeah.
But yeah,
didn't
if
win,
you're
I
ever
just
on
lost.
coverage and you want to help your friends who are doing the coverage out, make sure the conclusion of the game is unambiguous.
Yes.
And
what-
doesn't involve you drawing more cards and showing your opponent, because we can't actually tell what's happening.
You see, it's a little hard when. In Vintage, I think it may be a little harder than most other
Mike
formats.
brought in the Witchbane Orb, so he's
Oh man,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have hex proof.
you
Yeah.
have hex proof.
That is so strange.
But I think it's not a better. It's still inferior to Leyline.
Is it inferior to the ley line?
Yeah, because
Leyline
it gets
of Sanctity, yeah?
Hercules. It gets Hercules along with the rest of your
okay,
board.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I guess
but
it's easier to cast if you draw it beyond your first turn.
Exactly. So like Leyline of the Void, like Leyline of Sanctity, like you won't.
You only
be able
run
to
it off
cast
like
yeah.
like a Lotus, probably.
All right, so we are down to 2 minutes. I believe the next set of games are being lined up, so don't go away. But before we go for a short break, just a reminder that this isn't the only show that we do. We have it on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. Tuesday we have SCG Game Nights, which is a standard tournament. Wednesday is More Than Modern, which is, of course, as the name suggests, it's modern. And Thursday we have Throwback Thursdays, which is our vintage playtest night. You can find that and more of the updates on our Facebook page. Just look in the not the comments, the details and the links below. And while you're at it, please do pay our partners a little visit. They're from the Power 9 podcast. I host the Power 9 podcast. This week we talk about kids. Kids, all fun, nice kids. We'll be right back for the next set of games. So don't go.